Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you the basics of archiving. Just in case you don't know what archiving is just the process of combining many files into just one file. So as you can see, I created many files in my test directory in order to put them into an archive. So let's create the archive. In order to create an archive, we use the tar command. Okay, we usually use tar command. So if you type the --help, you'll see that there are a lot of options here that we can use, but the most common one are for creating the archive, compressing the archive you are creating, and well, let me show you right. Well, I'm going to execute it again, but with less. Perfect. Here we have the examples that are most common. The creating, to create an archive, to list what an archive, the content of the archive, sorry, and extracting the content of the archive. There are many other options you can use, for example, compression, and also appending archives. So let's create the archive first. So to create an archive, I use tar-cvf. C for creating, V verbose. I like to use V, the V option here, because it shows me the process, or well, not the process, the files that are going in the archive. I mean, I'm going to the archive. And after F, you put the name of the archive. The F option must always be at the end of the option section. So I'm going to name this as files.tar, and after the name of the archive, you need to specify the file or files you want to put inside the archive, or you want to send into the archive. So in this case, I want everything inside the tar file. Now press enter, and you will see the output of the V option. That's why I like to use it. So now that we have the content already in one file, I can remove all of these files here. Say file. Okay, perfect. Now let's clear the screen. We can list the content we have in the archive, as I said before, if we use the right option for it. So you type tar and pass the option tbf, in this case T for listing, and then the name of the archive. T for listing, but in this case I like to use the V option, because the output will be similar to ls. All right, so once you press enter, you will see all the content there. All right, you can also pipe this to less to see all the files one by one if you want to. Okay, now let's append more files. So I'm going to create more files here, from this time 300, from 300 through 500. Should be enough. Okay, made a mistake here. And touch file 300, 500. Okay, now it looks better. All right, to append an archive, to append more files to an archive, you type tar and pass the option R, and VF. Once again, V is verbose. You can omit V if you want to. So Then you put the name of the archive, and then you specify the files that you want to append into the archive. In this case, I want everything again. Now when you press enter, we can remove here file, oops, okay, perfect, great. Now if we list the content again, all right, going to pipe this through less again, so you can see the files from 1 to 100. And then if we scroll down a little bit, you will see the other files from 300 through 500. All right, perfect. So another thing we can do, we can extract the content of the archive. You have two ways of doing this, one way is when you know the name of the file you want to extract. For example, sometimes you don't want to extract everything you have inside the archive. Instead, you just want to extract perhaps one file or two files, 3 files, or whatever, all right? But specific files in this case, okay? So to do that, okay, you type tar again with the option xvf, X for extracting, then the name of the archive, and now you specify the file or files you want to extract from the archive. So in this case, let's, for example, say that I want to extract the file 432 and the file 23. Just an example here. Press enter, all right, you see the output of the V option, and when you type ls, there you have your files. I'm going to remove them again. Right? But if you want to extract everything, you don't have to specify any file whatsoever. So instead, you just press enter. You see the output of the V option, but when you type ls, you have all the file there again. All right? Well, there is one command that I would like to show you, but this command is not very common. It is called Cpio command, and what this command does is pretty much the same as tar, but it works differently. For example, with tar, we type tar and then we specify the options, then we put the name of the archive, and after that we specify the files we need inside the archive. But Cpio takes the output of a command as an input for itself. I mean, you use the output. Well, let me show you first. Let me show you how Cpio works. Just if you want to explore more about this command, with the -- help, you have a lot of options here to have fun. But again, this command is not quite common. In fact, I'm new to it. I'm pretty new using Cpio because I don't usually use it. So first, Cpio needs an input, okay? If I want to put every file inside my new archive, first I have to make sure that the output is the one I want. In this case, I just want to see the files that I want to put in my new archive. So I type ls, and file, and I want to list every file except the tar archive. So press enter. Okay, perfect. This is the output I want, and I'm going to use this output as an input to see for Cpio. So I use pipe here, Cpio, with the option O. Sorry again. Oops. All right. Cpio, the -O option is for creating a new archive. All right. Now we need to redirect the output to a file. This file is going to be the new archive. I'm going to name it as rarefile.cpio. Now when you press enter, okay, and you type ls, you have a new archive with an extension called Cpio. As we did with tar, we can also list and extract files from this archive, but let's first remove all the files we have here. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Let's clear the screen here. All right, to list the content of the Cpio archive, you just type Cpio -if. No, sorry, tvf. F in this case is capital F. All right. And after that, well, T is for listing, V verbose. And once you specify the options you need, you type the name of the archive. In this case, it's rarefile.cpio. Now when you press enter, all right, you see all the files we have before in the directory, and now it is in our archive. So to extract the files, you use the I option, Cpio-if. But if you want, you can use V option. And of course, I made a mistake because this F this time is capital F or upper F. So once you specify the options, again, you put the name of the archive, rarefile.cpio. Now when you press enter, okay, you see the output of the V option. Now type ls, and there you have it again. All right. So archiving is very useful when you want to transfer many files from one computer to another computer, or perhaps to another device, and it helps you to save, or well, to be a little bit more organized in some cases. Okay. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.